and welcome back to the Roger's channel. And guys, I was going to show the figure right here, but he's a little bit larger than I had originally thought, but I will show him from a different perspective. And the figure that we are going to be reviewing today is none other than the NECA Candyman from Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. And of course, like you did see at the beginning of the video, this is in sort of like remembrance of the late Tony Todd. So really great guy, loved the films, things like that, and the other films that he's been a part of as well. But this one definitely made an impact in the horror sort of like genre. So getting to review a figure based around him is even better. So looking at the front of the packaging, we of course get this beautiful background. Love the poster art right here. And of course the figure in all its glory. Here's a closer look at that poster art. I love the colors that are shown right there. Love the blues and the bright like orange, and then it quickly fades. Really, really neat. I love that. And then here in the background, we do get some shots of the figure doing different poses, a little bit of description from the film, and then we do get some logos down here, NECA, Real Toys, and Cavity Colors. And then I've said this before, I really appreciate how NECA always credits the people behind the figure, from the sculpt to the painting, just different things like that. But yeah, just like I was saying a little while ago, this package is a little bit larger just because these are kind of like the ones that they do with the soft goods and fabric clothing. So I'm pretty sure you may have seen like Ghostface they've done, Michael Myers, and this time we have Candyman. But it'd be kind of cool to review some of the other sort of like Real Toys collection that they have going. But for now, let's go ahead and unbox him and go from there. And guys, here he is out of the packaging. Oh my gosh, look at him. He looks incredible. I love the look already from the soft goods clothing and things like that, which I will be getting in a minute. It looks awesome underneath that robe, and it is so detailed. I just can't wait to review it already. So what the heck, let's go ahead and start from top to bottom. Checking out the head sculpt, it looks amazing. I just can't say it enough. And also I want to point out, this is not photoreal, at least I don't think it is, because on the credits, they say it is like hand painted basically. And holy moly, they did a fantastic job. It looks just like him, and you can see that they did an amazing job with the eyes, the eyebrows, his haircut. Dang, they got everything on point. And then, as far as the articulation goes, he does have a joint right here at the neck and the top of the head, so you get plenty of movement, side to side, back, and forward. And checking out the torso now, of course, he does come with his signature, like black robe right here, or the jacket, and yeah, it feels almost like velveteen right here, and then like the trim of the outfit, it feels really nice, like actual Sherpa, which is kind of cool. And then this is what I want to talk about. Look at this. They gave my man a full-on outfit right here. So he has this white cotton shirt. He even comes with like this like scarf piece right here. The belt is actual leather, but I'll go get to that in a minute. And then of course the pants. But when I saw this, I was immediately like blown away. And then when I was getting back at the main torso, it does feel like he has a ball joint right here in the lower waist. So he does have some decent movement, as you can see. And then really cool, I was just checking this out, and his shirt actually does open up. You can see his muscular body down there. But it's kind of cool. Just like with the Halloween Kids, it has a Velcro seam that you can open up. And I'm pretty sure that's for the accessory, but we'll work with that in a bit. Checking out the arms. Arm sticks out pretty well. Um, it goes about there and there before interfering with the jacket. I know the jacket is probably removable as well, but I don't want to mess with it just so it keeps the shape. But I am pretty sure if you were to remove the jacket, the arm would go all the way around. Looking at the elbow, goes around about right there, and he does have articulation at the wrist and at the hand. The other side as well. Arm sticks out pretty good. Only goes about there and back there before interfering with the jacket. Elbow goes up right there, and then there's articulation at the, well, where the wrist was and at the hook. And here's a close up of his hook. Oh my gosh, it looks so gruesome. But yeah, you could definitely see that there's been some damage dealing with that hook. Looking at the waist, again, I want to mention this belt. It is so cool. Like, the pants actually operate like pants. So you can see that the belt loops are already, put into the belt, things like that. The belt has almost like a either how would you say it? Like a pleather or like, not a fake leather, but it kind of feels like that. Like synthetic, that's what I'm gonna say. So it feels like a synthetic leather for the belt, and then it has this silver belt buckle. And then another thing I forgot to add with the robe itself is the way that it operates is it has like a metal wire that bends, so you can shape it in any way or form that you want. But it's really cool and super simple to use. And now checking out his legs. I was trying to see if there's any like restrictions or things like that due to it now being with cloth clothing. It's a little bit restricting, but not too much. So I'm gonna say right about there is probably the max he could go into a split position. He can sit down, and then his legs go back pretty far, and he does have a swivel right here on both of his thighs. And looking at the kneeling position, let's see. Come on, there you go. He goes about there. And last but not least, we have his boots right here. So he has these really nice black shiny boots or shoes. They do point down, they point up, and there is a rock ankle, so he has a good action poses. And now checking out the accessories comes with. He has an interchangeable head. Checking out the interchangeable head, it looks awesome. Uh, you can see that his mouth is swarming with bees right there, but the attention to detail is still there. Like, I love it so much. And to change out the head, you just pretty much shimmy off the other figure's head right here, off of the joint, and there we go. And then once that's on, you can then connect it, and there you go. And the final accessory is the rotting torso. Check out the rotting torso. Of course, this is his exposed like rib cage filled with bees right there. Looks really disgusting, but it's kind of cool. I love the accessory. Very different from what we've usually seen here on the channel. And these little like, I guess like connectors go around his shoulders. So we'll figure that out. And here he is with the rotting torso. It was a very interesting accessory to say the least. I was trying to find out where to like place it, the exact spots, things like that. So I found the more difficult part was this around his waist. Um, Thankfully, his waist is made a little bit slimmer on purpose, just so that you can fit this accessory on there. But due to it being very wide and stuff, you definitely have to like make sure everything's connected and things like that. But it looks really cool. Love the amount of detail. And of course, is one of the more iconic sort of like looks for him. So, as an overview of the figure, he's awesome. I am so happy I was able to pick him up, especially for this time of the year, and it is definitely a worthy figure. From the entire look of the figure down to the soft goods clothing, and the chest accessory and interchangeable head, it is a really awesome addition to any horror collection. So yeah, if you're a big fan of Tony Todd's work or just the Candyman in general, he is definitely worth the pickup. I found him at Target not too long ago, so I'm pretty sure he's out there in the wild. And if you don't have the opportunity to try and get a hold of him, I try probably like Entertain Mart or one of those other places. They would probably have him. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here and see if you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. And I'll catch you all on the next one.